All right, guys, next week, starting in Lesson 8, you're going to begin to work on your final presentation. Lesson 8, we're going to ask you to create a rough draft of your presentation, and then Lesson 9, you're going to submit your final presentation. And then you're going to wash your hands of your individual business model canvas. Isn't that exciting? We're going to start group work in Lesson 8, and we're going to focus on group work in Lesson 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And you're going to present your final group project in Lesson 14. So that's going to be the course of the rest of the semester. But I wanted to take a moment and give you a preview of what your rough draft is going to look like, your rough draft project is going to look like. That's going to be work. You're going to work on that in Lesson 8. But I figured I could give you a heads up now if some of you wanted to start early. So let me advance my slide. Shark Tank, you like that? Have you ever felt like you've been on an episode of Shark Tank yet as we've gone through all this stuff? So Lesson 8, you're going to finalize your business model canvas and get it ready to present to an investor in Lesson 9. The investor is going to be your instructor. And we're not going to give you any money for the idea, but you're going to present it to us as if you're presenting it to an investor. Okay? So that's Lesson 9. Now to get ready for that, that's going to be Lesson 8, which is when you will submit a rough draft presentation using PowerPoint notes. Let me explain what I mean from that. Each PowerPoint file itself has notes right here, has a notes section. Here is where you will type what you will say in your presentation. Okay? So essentially, you're going to create a PowerPoint slide that's going to involve all the required material, and we outline all that in Lesson 8. You're going to create a PowerPoint slide for each one of the required materials as if you're presenting it to an investor. And then in this notes section, you're going to write down everything you're going to say about that slide. Okay? Everything you'll say about that slide will be written right there in the notes section. Now you're going to get feedback about those notes that you take, about those notes. I'm going to look at them and I'm going to say, hey, this is good, this is bad, include this, take this away, right, to make it more concise. However, whatever the feedback's going to be. But essentially, that's how we're going to work it, all right? That's the introduction for the group project. Now, let me just explain why we're doing it that way, through the notes and not through like a Word document. We've been using PowerPoints all semester, right? Because as an entrepreneur, you live by presenting. And so that's why we're using the notes feature instead of a Word document, because essentially your PowerPoint is going to be part of your final, and also we want to know what you're going to say about the PowerPoint. That's the notes. That's the notes section. That's the reasoning behind it. So anyway, that's a little preview. Hopefully you can get a jump start if you have some extra time. Good luck.